This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global, joined by Anthony Yarde. We saw some powerful words on stage from Mark Prince. What do you make of his story and what he's trying to do?
Again, I've known Mark Prince for a long time now, since I started boxing. And again, he's an inspiration, his motivation, and his demonstration of what we all should try and achieve. And that's a better character. I feel like the choices we make in life determines our character, and people need to pay attention to that statement. The choices we make in life determine our character. And I personally believe, after God, our character is everything. So again, the hardest thing in the world, is trying to control your emotion. That's the hardest thing in the world. And he done it, Mark Prince done it at the highest form possible. You know, his child was taken from him, knife crime, and he had a decision to make. And he made the perfect decision. He's created this. And again, this kind of thing that's happened today, he's brought powerful people together. Very powerful people together. And again, I'm honoured to be here.
I haven't seen you associated with sort of helping anyone within the community and stuff. Is that because you just don't publicise it? I'm sure you do stuff like that, and Tunde's told me you do, so I know you do stuff like that, but you don't go out your way to put it out on social media, etc.
You know what? I just feel like this year, I feel like sometimes where you publicise certain things that you do, it seems to be cliche. I do what I do, nothing to do with myself. So when I go out and speak to these young kids, or a time that got publicised, which I will talk about this because everyone actually saw it. I went to Hackney School, and it wasn't a normal school. It was a school where kids have been kicked out of their previous schools, and they've been put into this, let's say, project to try and so they can learn in a certain type of way. They can do more activities and try and better themselves. And again, a lot of these kids have already got criminal records from a very, very young age. And things like that I can connect with. You know, when I was growing up, I saw people get stabbed in front of me, up close and personal. Seen people get shot. I've seen people die literally in front of me. And it's one of the things where you can't help everybody. You cannot do that. You can't make anyone listen to you. People are going to make decisions based on what they want to do. And what Mark's done here, again, it touched me. He was on the stage talking, and you could just feel the pain he's been through and the decisions he's had to make and what he's had to sacrifice. He's sacrificed his own emotion in order for a better good. And again, when he was talking up there, he even mentioned my name, and the fact he mentioned my name, it touched me because me and him have had some serious conversations. And in my last fight, I mentioned talking about these young kids coming up, and I'm a demonstration, or I'm a role model for what you can become. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other people that are role models as well for what you can become, that come from the same kind of environment, a poverty-driven environment. They class it, quote-unquote, the hood, where there's a lot of crime. It might not even be a poverty area. Stratford now is one of the most, everyone knows it to be one of the, it's like a capital of London, Stratford, because the Westfield's there, etc. But there's still a lot of crime that goes on in London. Like around the fences, there's a lot of crime that goes on in London. Shooting, stabbings, killings. Forest Gate's around the corner. I spent my teenage years at Forest Gate. I've seen people get shot. I've seen people get chased down the street and stabbed. All these other things. These are kids that get too involved and too intrigued in gang culture, retaliation. And then, look, even recently, again, I will talk about this on camera, a boy that I've known since he was in nappies is spending the rest of his life in prison recently, because he got himself involved with the wrong people. And this boy, again, he lost his mum at a young age. He lost his mum. Again, I was at his mum's funeral. My mum was at his mum's funeral. My auntie Sandra. I will always call her auntie. And again, I'm passionate about this thing because to see, and his name was Troy, to see him go down that route, and to be, I don't know the story because I wasn't there, but what got reported by the police, etc., was that there was firearms in the car, mask in the car, knives in the car. They got chased by armed police, had a shootout with police. Now he's spending the rest of his life in prison. The rest of his life in prison. And again, I'm still one of his brother, who is my age. We went primary school together. I've known him almost my whole life. He's still one of my closest friends till this day. For what I'm seeing him and his dad, what they're having to go through, what the family's having to go through, again, that's like a loss. And again, there's people out here dying in different type of ways. Do you get what I'm saying? Losing their lives in different types of ways, whether it's incarceration, whether it's you're losing it to knife crime, whether you're killing yourself, depression. All these things need to be targeted. Leon McKenzie, he's working on things like mental health. I pay homage to him. Mark Prince, working on things like working with these crime with kids, with knives and things like that. I pay homage to him. These are people that motivate me. A guy that I met here today, I saw a program that he done with, it was called Amani, because he got stabbed when he was younger. Again, he made a decision to make what happened to him come out and be a positive. You know what I'm saying? So you can touch more people. I think the guy that done the soundtrack to it was, I forgot his name, sir. Real Rap, he got signed to Jay-Z after the whole thing happened. These are guys from my community, my area, living in London, living in areas where there's a lot of gang and knife crime, doing positive things. You know what I'm saying? We're all in the same boat. We're just doing it in different ways. Like, oh, it's deep, man. It touches me.
After your career's over, is this something that you want to focus on, helping people within your community and others, just spreading a positive message and getting people out of situations like you've just described, and giving a hope to the younger generation especially?
Do you know what? You said when my career's over. I feel like I'm doing it now. It's in process, because I'm not doing it by doing anything like, well, I am, but I'm not like sacrificing too much on my boxing career, because boxing career is very serious. And again, the bigger I get, the bigger voice I'm going to have, the bigger name I'm going to have. And when the more that, and I don't mean this in the sense of I'm going to be able to change things dramatically, but even now I'm doing it. You can talk to a kid or an adult even for 10 minutes, yeah, and you can change their life. You can change their life. A couple words can change a kid's life forever. So again, I've spoken to kids before, not even kids, adults. I've spoken to people before, and they seen what I'm achieved. I got a boy come to the gym the other day, and he's like, literally, he don't know what to do. He burst out crying in front of me. And I took him into the back and we was talking to him, and he said, I've done something like bad. Like, my friend got stabbed, so we went back to the other boys' areas and we caught a boy, but I think that boy was innocent. I think that boy didn't have nothing to do with it. He was just a bypasser, and they stabbed him. So I looked at him and I said, you know what, Bob? I said, you've done something wrong, but you're speaking about it. I said, now you got a decision to make, which is going to determine your character. It's going to show what kind of person you are. Everyone makes mistakes. Some mistakes more vital than others. But the decision you make going forward from now will determine your character. So I said, what you've just been through can now help thousands of people. You know you've done something wrong, so talk about it. What are you going to do about it? You're going to hide? You're going to do it again? Or you're going to go and do better? This is the money here. Again, he went through a crime, yeah? He got stabbed and almost lost his life. And he done a big boy documentary on it, which is on YouTube now. Just let him talk for a minute. Again, his story is serious.
Hello everyone, my name's Amani Simpson. I've got a short film on YouTube called Amani. It's about my experience of getting stabbed 7 times. And it's all about empowering young people. So the journey I went on, the choices I made, I put it in a short film to help them turn their life around. It's on YouTube. It's I think 1.6 million views now.
1.6 million views.
You know, and it's been a blessing. But it's guys like this, you know, we have to come together. We have to keep fighting and learn, earn, return. We get one chance with these kids. When they listen to us, we've got to give them something positive and constructive to do. And I look forward to building with you, my brother.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Nice one.
Well, listen to what I'm saying, yeah, and it's real. Sorry, I'm taking a mic now. It's real because when I watched that story, it touched me. It touched me because I've been in certain situations in my life which I won't talk about because of the position I'm in, but I had to make certain decisions. So I can relate to what happened with him. I wasn't stabbed, but I went through certain situations where I could have retaliated. I wanted to retaliate in not a nice way. But again, I told you, I'm from the hood. I'm from East London. Again, I was born in Hackney. It's like I went around in a circle. I was born in Hackney. Spent my raised days in Stratford. And I spent my teenage years in Forest Gate. Again, I've seen a lot of things happen. I had a lot of decisions to make. People that I decided to chill with. One of my closest boys that I grew up with from primary school turned into a rebel. Doing all the things that happened to him. Stabbing people. Going around doing this, doing that. People are coming to me saying, oh, we know you're his boy. We're going to do something to you. I said, bruv, do what you want to do to me, but I chose a different path. I'm boxing now. I'm trying to change life. I've spoken to him several times.
To celebrate that, man.
You get what I'm saying?
Celebrate.
And we need to celebrate him because as I was talking about decisions, yeah, he made a decision. He could have went and done the typical thing, retaliate, like Mark Prince could have done. His son died. He could have retaliated with negativity, but you retaliate with positivity. Again, the decisions I made, as I chose to retaliate, you know, it's a cliche saying, defeat your enemies with success.
Yeah.
So that's what was in my mind. I said, you know, I'm not going to harm you. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm going to make a choice which is going to show my character. Lions in the camp.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying? Respect it. And when I'm talking and I'm shouting at lions in the camp, and people understand, or my eyes start watering, and I'm so passionate about it because lions in the camp ain't no thing where I'm just shouting out, I'm messing about. It's real to me. You know what I'm saying? It's real to me. So again, anyway, I'll let you talk because I'll be here all day.
He mentioned lions as well today, Mark, didn't he? Thank you, mate. Did you catch that bit where Mark was talking about animals and when he was talking about parents and he mentioned lions and I looked at you?
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I'll tell you on camera, yeah, I'm a proud person, yeah, very, very proud. And I'm a strong person, got a strong character, yeah. Things don't make me cry. Mark Prince, yeah, when he was talking, he almost brought tears to my eyes. And the reason why is because you can see the hurt and pain in the man, but it takes like a strong person to make a good decision in a bad time. It takes a strong person to do that. And again, he said it. He was relaying his experience. He was in this court, this same court that he's in today, yeah, was brought him the worst moments of his life, yeah. He now came back to do the most positive thing in his life today. That's what I'm saying, it almost brought tears to my eyes. He was talking about animals and the nature of things. An animal's instinct to protect their child. And everyone knows what he got. He lost his child to a knife crime. Yeah, he used to be a boxer. He said that he said it clear in front of all this press, in front of people that judge, high-ranked judges. He said it. My first initial feeling, and my feeling for a long time, was he wanted to kill the people that done this to his son. And then again, he said he had a decision to make. Now he was able to talk to that person. He was able to go to court. He was able to speak to thousands of young people. He was able to put things like this together today. So again, people need to actually pay attention to the kind of things that's going on in the world. Obviously, there's people that this happened to around the world all the time. Someone said it. They put a statistic out of how much people have been stabbed in London alone, or how much people have died, in London alone. I think between last year and this year, and it was a massive number in the hundreds. So again, that's so much more grieving parents. There's so much more grieving friends looking for revenge. And Mark Prince is a role model, how to deal with it, because again, once we care about each other and we help each other, that's the solution.
Absolutely. Anthony, quickly, let's talk boxing. I just spoke to Tunde Ajayi. He said that if Kovalev doesn't travel to the UK, i.e. the fight happens in America, there is no fight. Do you have the same sort of stance on that?
Well, again, I'm very privileged and I'm very pleased that we're trying to negotiate this Kovalev fight. For the life of me, I hope it happens. Again, people need to stop all this stupid talk about Anthony's not fighting nobody, because I'm praying this fight happens. Perfect time for me in my career. My life will change. I'll be able to support my family a lot better. So I desperately want this fight. Actually, I'm not going to use the word desperate. I'm not desperate. But I do want this fight for my own career, for my own life. And I personally strongly believe I'll win the fight by knockout, because you know how I get down. But at the same time, you have a team behind you. Frank Warren's in negotiations now with Kovalev's promoter and things like that, trying to see how the fight can happen. The reason why I told him they would say that, because he's confident. I'm confident as well. If it goes to purse bids or the negotiation, Frank will do his best to try and get the fight over here. Frank's already made it public that he'll want the fight over here. Frank will say it as well, you know, he don't want Anthony at this stage in his career travelling to go and challenge for a world title. Everyone knows sometimes, I'm not going to say it's all the time, sometimes the politics in boxing, he would want a fair shake, etc. But again, that's not my job. My job is I'm here today. Yes, I'm a fighter, but today I'm a fighter in terms of how I'm representing this kind of organisation.
Tunde also said that you're the A side in the fight. Can you make a comment on that? Do you agree?
Again, everyone, I said this earlier, everyone's got their opinions. Tunde's got his opinion. Again, Tunde thinks very high of me. I think very high of myself. The numbers will obviously show who's the A side. In boxing terms, the typical boxing fan will say Kovalev's fought at a high level, he's the A side. And then outside of boxing, some people might say, well, we don't know who Kovalev is. We know who Anthony Yarde is. Anthony Yarde A-side. So again, it's all about opinions. I'm not here right now to be talking about different opinions. I'm very strong on this foundation that's happening here. Look at it, he says, yeah, inspiring future champions. When I first spoke to Mark Prince, see you later, love. When I first spoke to Mark Prince, was when I first started boxing. I went to TKO gym, yeah? And Mark Prince, yeah, I was intrigued and I was in awe of him, of how passionate he was talking about his son being stabbed and killed. I didn't know that the same son he was talking about was a guy that I was watching on TV and about the whole school thing. Only at the end of our conversation, he told me who his son was. And the passion this man spoke to me with, it touched me. And especially the passion he spoke with today again, it touched me. And again, people that recognize Will can understand that I'm passionate about this. And Mark Prince, what he was saying up there today, I saw you recording. You got it on camera. Everyone needs to go and watch the full thing of what he was saying because it's deep. It's deep. Like, it's real what he was saying. And it's too deep. What he was saying was so accurate. It was too accurate. Do you get what I'm saying? So people need to go and watch it. People need to help out where they can. Talk to your kids, man. This guy said a key point. It starts at home. Everyone knows this, but no one makes it. No one helps with it. Everyone's selfish. Everyone's chasing things that don't matter. Look after your kids. Know where your kids are. Are they on the roads? And again, I spoke about Troy earlier. He lost his mum. His mum was his everything. I saw that happen to him. And again, we all take responsibility now as well because we saw him growing up. And then only now it's too late. Everyone's saying, you know what? We didn't even pay attention to what was happening to him bit by bit, who he was chilling with. I remember I saw him in Forest Gate and I shouted at him and I said, "Bob, go home." I said to all these boys, why are you chilling with these lot? I said, these are criminals. I know these man. And I said it in front of all of them. I said, these are criminals. I said, "Bob, I don't want you chilling with my little cousin. Stay away from him. I don't want you chilling with my little cousin. My little cousin was a good boy." And I sent him home. But of course, the next day he's back with his boys, isn't it? But again, it's a group effort. These parents need to understand about social media. Understand what I told my sister the same thing. I told my mum the same thing. I want to see what my little brother's watching on YouTube. I want to see what my nieces and nephews, or you lot need to see what your nieces and nephews are watching on YouTube, on Instagram, on Snapchat. These are social media outlets which are not even brainwashing, but that's the social media is raising our kids now. I haven't got kids, but it's raising kids now. Social media. You can go on YouTube and see execution. You can go on YouTube or Facebook and see killings. You can go and see all these music videos where people are in balaclavas talking about that they're going to go and kill somebody. My nephew was playing a song, and only because I was sitting there and I heard what he was playing, obviously he's young, he's about 8 years old, but he must have liked the beat. But that's just another link that's come up next as a suggestion. He's clicked on it, and he's listening to it. I'm watching the video, so Aaron, come here, looked at the camera, I looked at the screen, he's watching a drill, sorry, I was almost going to swear. He was watching a drill music video because it came as a suggestion. Listen, I just shouted at him first of all, and then I had a long conversation with him. That's an 8-year-old boy. But I didn't realise that 8-year-old boys nowadays are messaging their uncle on WhatsApp. "Hi uncle, how are you?" Obviously, I'm still living in my era. I'm like, who's talking for you? Is it actually you talking? Oh, it's Nikisha, man. It's your older sister talking for you. No, uncle, it's me. So I had to call him. I said, "Aaron, are you messaging me?" "Yeah, uncle." The boy's 8 years old, so they know what they're doing. But us as parents still think they're kids. Listen, it's a deeper thing. Look after your kids. Raise your kids. Don't let social media raise your kids. Talk to your kids like my mum spoke to me. Again, I was able to make good decisions based on me being so close and connected to my mum. When I was going and doing bad things, I went and spoke to my mum about it. When I was involved with the wrong people and I told my mum why I want to go and do these bad things because I want some peace, I went and spoke to my mum about this. I told my mum, listen, my mum at one point owned a very successful business. I remember my mum bringing back money and I was counting it. And then we were taking it to the bank. I remember all these kind of things. And then, balance in life, my mum's kind heart, she let, because it was in Hackney. Everyone knows about Hackney back in the day. She tried to help people too much. And then people took over and ended up killing her business. She owned a powerful club in Hackney that was earning a lot of money. And again, her good heart made it out of pocket. When I was growing up now, teenage years, I want to help my mum. How can I help my mum? Oh, my boy does this, he gets a bit of money. Put me on that. I need to make a bit of money quickly. Say nothing. The first boy I asked here, who is my dog up to this day, my real brother, said, "Nah, I ain't letting you do that. I'm doing it. But I ain't letting you do that. Go on. If someone else is going to put you down in that route, it's going to be someone else. I don't want you doing what I'll do. Whatever, man. You think my thing else? I'm little, man. Me and my boy spoke the other day, yeah, and again, gave him the biggest hug ever. And I said, bruv, you know, part of the reason why I'm probably boxing today and I'm doing so well in life is because you told me, no, you're not giving me your connects. And it wasn't for no hateful feeling. He explained to me and he said, I'm not letting you go down my route because, bruv, do you know how good you are at sport? I haven't got attributes, but then again, now I'm able to talk to him later on in life and say, you're smart though. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone's got different attributes. Now my man's an accountant. And again, the people that I surround myself with and the people that are doing well around me, my boy, like, he's got tattoos all over him because he was on the roads. Tattoos all over him. He even had a teardrop thing. Got all this jewelry, he's got his eye stuff chain. He gets judged all the time. Oh, what do you do, mate? What do you do for a living, mate? I'm an accountant. No one would have seen that coming from RG. Everyone saw him being a criminal. And another person I want to bring in, see, that's what I'm saying, it's nature. Come here, man, come here. Listen, another person I want to bring in is Leon McKenzie. Do you get what I'm saying? Mark Prince is doing it for the knife crime and all these kind of things. And you got another person who's an inspiration to our nation, yeah? Tyson Fury's battling it in the ring. He's battling it now outside of the ring. He's been there, done it in the ring as well. He's a Premiership football player. Turned to boxing, again, it's another fight. And now he's fighting again for people with mental health because he's been through it. And again, I'm passionate about all these things. That's what I'm saying, I'm passionate because it's real. And people are on social media talking and saying, oh yeah, what's he doing? They're people at home adding to the cause of people being mentally ill or suffering from depression. Because people like, okay, there's a boy, and I'm talking real now, we're talking about facts. There's a boy recently, yeah, who was on Love Island that killed himself, who got found in the woods. And I'm hearing, it looked like a murder at first, but now I'm hearing he hung himself from depression because he was being bullied on social media. You know what I'm saying? And all these things are things that people need to tackle. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather, I heard say it as well. He's creating his app because it's an app where people can't comment because of bullying and things like that. This man, Leon McKenzie, yeah, is again putting his next chapter in his life is to help more people. Do you get what I'm saying? And we need to pay people like him, and I'm poking him hard, people like him homage. Because it's real, people like him homage who sacrifice their own life and their own time for other people. They're powerful people. Do you get what I'm saying? Mark Prince sacrificing his emotion. He went through tragic emotion when his son died, but he sacrificed his own feelings. He sacrificed how he felt to help other people. And that's why it almost made me cry upstairs. Do you get what I'm saying? It's real and it's deep. I love this brother. I've always loved him. Do you get what I'm saying? It's real. It's real.
He said it all there for you.
No, listen, he's a true champion in what he stands for. I've not had the pleasure of inspiring with him a few times, just to lighten the mood. But honestly, like on a deeper level, like he's got the opportunity to go on and inspire as he does, and he's doing it now. It's all a process and it's all timing, as they always say. And I understand the dynamics of everything that's going on. It's just timing, and I appreciate you too. Yeah, always. And like I say, we're gonna do some stuff. Some powerful things are gonna happen. Trust me.
I look forward to that. Just the last one, Anthony. How does Emirates sound for Sergey Kovalev?
Magnificent. Love my boy. Again,
You're an Arsenal fan, aren't you? Obviously, so
again,
you're an Arsenal fan. You're a gooner.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm a gooner. It will be a dream come true. But again, things like that are going to happen. Even if it don't happen this time, it's going to happen. History is going to happen. I've said this from the beginning. Where I'm at today has never been done before in history. People will only pay attention to these things the better I do. Where more presenters are talking about it. The fact that I started boxing at a late age, 19, only had 12 amateur fights, didn't box for England, or should I say, didn't get the opportunity to box for England, didn't get the opportunity to go to Olympics. But again, that's, as I told, I'm always going to bring it back to the young kids. As I told these young kids, I made the most of my opportunities and the position that I am in. And again, I made a decision in my head. Okay, I'm starting boxing late, so what do I need to do? I need to go in there and have exciting victories. I need to knock out everybody. I can't go in there and have 12-round fights because I wasn't, and the reason I saw it like that is because I wasn't intrigued with a 12-round fight before I knew about boxing. I was intrigued with seeing knockouts. Because when I watched Mike Tyson's highlights, I didn't want to see a 12-minute clip of him just winning by points. I wanted to see the end, but I used to forward the fights to see the knockout. Preference. And a lot of people feel the same way. It's entertainment. They want to see the best part of the fight. And the best part of the fight is the knockout or the best punch. So that's what I based myself on. I wanted to go out there and have 100% knockout ratio. It's something like 90 something. So I'm close. 18 fights, 17 knockouts. As an amateur, 12 fights, 11 knockouts. My ratio is fantastic. The first boxer to have a global deal with Adidas. It's never been done before. And when I say myself, or when I say the first boxer, you better believe that Tunde Ajayi is within that. Where you see my accomplishments.
I'm on there for sale as well.
Where you see my accomplishments, you're seeing Tunde's accomplishments. It's a team effort. Ade Olienka is in the background, very quiet. The mic man, the hype man. It's also his accomplishments. There's other people in the background. It's also their accomplishments. I'm just the face of it. So again, when you're ever seeing the success or whatever, someone like Tunde, if you look at his journey and how much he's been through in the sport of boxing, again, from a young age, I remember Tunde said to me one time, he goes, you got a head of a 27-year-old, physically, what I'm looking at, but your head mentally is beyond your years. I'm looking at a 50-year-old man because of how I think. And I know about I know about your heart, and I know that your heart breathes electricity. And it's inevitable that where you got a good heart and you do good things, the universe makes things happen for you. But it all depends. That's how Tunde's slogan is, everything is timing, because he knows it's going to happen for him. And I know it's going to happen for me, but the reason why we say everything's timing because God is everything. And everything's in God's timing, not in our timing. So listen to the slogan properly. Everything is timing. And it will happen in God's time.
AY, that was half an hour. Appreciate your time, and especially talking about what Mark's been doing. And we look forward to some news on you and Sergey Kovalev.
Yes, lions in the camp.